Let me guess, you try and stack a few dollars. You ain't trying to blow it all, you need financial knowledge. Need some tips on your taxes, so the IRS ain't bending you backwards. Well, you're in luck, you're tuned into the master, Wendy Consulting.
So, welcome to Wendy with an I podcast, powered by Wendy Consulting LLC. I have two special guests in here with me. He even brought me a shirt, which I appreciate. I will, do my introduction. So I'll start with the middle because first of all, he told me where he went to school and I was like, oh, you an Aggie. He went to A&T. See, he's trying to be funny though because I was trying to ask him what year he graduated. He was like, don't worry about that. Because he's probably older, but he don't look it because, black don't crack. So he don't look old, but he's probably like my sister's age. Because I asked him, like, what year did you But my sister's 5 years older than me, but she doesn't look like it. But you know how it is now. Like 40 really is like the new 20.
I don't know. Nobody's 40, so I don't know.
No. I'm talking about my sister.
Oh, she's 40.
Well, she's closer to. She's 38. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, she might have said 40.
She's 38, and I'm 33. That's what That's what I be telling her. Like, go ahead and stay with the government, child. Get your little pension. Go ahead and do your thing. But she was in the Navy, which is what you also did.
Right.
So you went to A&T and you majored in business and marketing, and you are currently working for the the Navy. So shout out to you for serving our country, and we are so glad to have you here. You are the secretary of the foundation. So can't wait to talk with him. And then we have Erick with a K, Madison.
Correct.
Because he's always trying to play my name, but
Wendy with an I is fine.
Anyway, so
That's why
I'm gonna tell you something. This is why I don't fool with Erick, because the first time I met him, I was at a bar. I don't even know where I was at. Where was it? We're at Juan's. Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So the energy. I didn't even know you were there.
Exactly.
But he pulled up. He had on the whole full Cowboys outfit. At that time when I first walked in to get seated, he was like running around. We scored! And I'm looking like, these Cowboys fans, they be having on a whole outfit. They ain't won a whole championship since I've been alive.
What's
for real. The Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I went to school in North Carolina.
But how you gonna talk about the Cowboys?
Hold on. I'm not even following football, and I know we have a better record than the Cowboys.
But the Panthers is always in trash.
Where your Super Bowls at?
When were yours? Have they had a Super Bowl since you've been alive?
Yes.
Okay, older than 7.
Look, you can't even
older than 7. Old enough to remember it.
All the stipulations you gotta go with.
Anyway, let me get back because I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Erick be trying me. So anyway, Erick is the so he's the owner. Well, are you like what is the title?
President.
Owner and president of the E1B Give Back Foundation.
CEO.
And so E stands for Erick, and what is the B again?
B stands for Brandon.
Brandon. Okay. Erick went to Strayer ECPI for business and contract. For business. You are currently a contract admin. I just said the federal government, but he probably gonna want to say because he's trying to flex. But for the federal government, he's a federal government employee.
Department of Defense. DOD.
This is why I was going in on him, y'all. This is coming back to me now. Bear with me, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Why this is coming back to me is because I remember asking him, like, where are you from? Because I knew he wasn't from Texas because they're never from Texas. No. And I used to live there. So I'm just like, how are you not a fan of, where you're actually close to? Why are they always, I was growing up, it was Cowboy, and then, okay. And it makes sense because that's the last time they won a championship. So anyway, I was talking to him because I knew he wasn't from Texas. And I kept saying, where are you from? I'm from New York.
You said that.
You
said that.
Where did you say?
No, you said I must be from up north.
Yeah, because he was loud and flashy. So I was like, he got to be from New York. So I said, where are you from?
North people got to be loud and flashy.
Yep, that's what she said.
I'm just okay. So I'm sorry. I'm making.
Son B,
you about to be in trouble. There's a lot of people that watch this and be like, look,
right.
I don't want no smoke from the New York people, but based on my relationships with people I know from New York, they dress like really like anyway. He gave me New York vibes, but then when he started talking, he was like, "Oh, I'm from Virginia," and then I knew right then and there he wasn't from the Tidewater area. I knew he was from Nova. As soon as he said Virginia, I said, "Oh, he's from Nova," and so I said, "Why aren't you a Redskins fan?"
And the story is, when I was growing up, I was told by my peers and everybody that I grew up with that I'm supposed to root for the Redskins because I'm from Northern Virginia. And I said, being that I'm a man who takes pride in his. You said what?
It's no longer Redskins, right?
Oh yeah, the football team. Them people.
They don't even have a name.
But since I was an individual, I made a choice to pick the team that was the rival, and that's what I did. I went with the Cowboys, and I had to, bear the brunt of being a Cowboy fan in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, and it wasn't easy. But guess what? We won some Super Bowls, so it is what it is.
Again, another team that hasn't produced. And y'all had that great Black Hope. What was his name? He played for Baylor because he was when I lived in Texas. He was injured, so I went to a Baylor game, but he wasn't playing. What's his name? The one who was married to the white girl.
You talking about RG?
Yes, him. Y'all thought y'all had a.
Who's y'all?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The football team?
I'm talking about people that are Redskins fans. Chill out, Cowboys.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
And what's the name? Injured.
Making sure you know.
Wait a minute. Who injured?
Well,
okay.
Too soon.
All right. Too soon. My bad.
Too soon.
And listen, I couldn't wait to say about Dak. I was so excited when I'm sorry, because Dak is very nice. Dak is very nice, but I couldn't wait to drag Eric because he swear the Cowboys are just gonna have this banging season. Like, you already know the Cowboys gonna be trash. So, they gonna sign people, make it seem like they ain't doing their thing. You said what?
How you feel when Cam got up out of the Panthers?
I mean, first of all, Cam is a stylist, honey. He's giving you
so he's not a football player. He's just a stylist.
He's
not a quarterback. He's a stylist.
He's giving you fashions. He's giving fashions, honey.
Yeah, but he got to win.
He's giving you auntie vibes. Okay, no, I was happy to see.
He do be with his scarves.
Oh my God.
I was happy.
Ankles out everywhere.
Yeah. You got a scarf.
Ankles out, honey. You gonna get a fedora. You gonna get a fedora, honey. Okay, I'm giving you fashions. I'm giving you auntie fashions. I was happy to see him go to the Patriots because first of all, I am not a football person by any means. I am more the NBA, but I'm still educated enough to follow it. But Bill Belichick runs a system, and you know that's going to be executed no matter who is a player. He's going to make anybody good because he has a system. And Tom Brady, first of all, Tom Brady is a Leo, so.
Yeah, me too.
Come on now.
Good.
You're a Leo too?
Mm-hmm.
Listen!
Come on, little lion.
No, tell me the birthday. Slice me up real quick. Don't be 8'11". Tell me this birthday.
8:15.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Come on, little lion.
It's a lioness. You better put some respect on my name.
Okay.
Put some respect on my name.
Lion.
And he a Leo and he an Aggie. Eric bought the right person. I didn't even know this. Eric just hit me. Let me tell you how ghetto Eric is. You know how you tell somebody you're gonna do an interview and you're like following up and you're like, well, I'm saying the proper thing. You're following up. You are sending out like the questions, getting information so that I can have like your intro. And then he was like, oh, this morning, by the way, can I bring somebody? Sure, Eric.
That's
you asked.
Right thing to do, to ask.
But it was still last minute. We've been chatting about this.
But guess what? I was on time. How about you?
I was not on time.
How late were you?
I was 30 minutes. No, 37. It was close to 30. 27.
27.
Okay.
37.
Oh, 37. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I was sorry. I interviewed Ray Long.
Glad we're not getting paid for this, right?
We definitely was tired of drinking the watermelon and cucumber water.
Yeah, it was kiwi and orange. Y'all better put some respect on my studio.
Infused water.
Right. Fresh kiwi and oranges. Look, and infused water.
They didn't have Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
Kool-Aid.
With a red or grape.
Right.
Red or purple.
There's nothing wrong with having standards, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows me, who really knows me, y'all know that I'm bougie. So I had to pick a place that was just like when you come in, it's like, oh, this is nice.
It is pretty cool. We got
nice,
the dominoes on the wall.
Yeah, like them dominoes.
Dice.
I called them dice earlier. I was telling them like about the one in Richmond. Like I said, it has more exposed brick because of like the warehouse environment in Richmond, and they were, joking me because I called it the wrong thing. Like, you know what I mean. You know how black people are when you say something is wrong, but you knew what I meant. Like, stop playing with me. First of all, Eric started with me. I'd already told him my bad. He knew he could hear me.
She loud as I don't know what.
Right.
We waiting out there. Like, what is going on? Got a whole nother interview in my time slot.
Haters gonna hate, man.
Haters
gonna hate. People from Alexandria, and I know some good people from Alexandria. Shout out to J Cams. No, shout out to J Cams, Justin
exactly.
Campbell.
you know one right
When he said he was from Alexandria, I was just like, cause you can tell. So, are you from the Tidewater area?
No, I'm from Laurinburg.
Okay, where's that at?
Carolina.
Oh, okay. See, he a nice little country boy with the southern drawl. You know, I love your country boy, child. I dated somebody who lived in Durham, and he taught me the southern drawl.
City.
Well, I dated a couple
City.
people from Durham,
Yeah.
and he like Red Oak.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite beers. I drove through Greensboro and I stopped at that Sheets and got me some Red Oak.
Sheets,
I
man,
said,
that
if you
boy,
know,
you
you know. Okay, try if you are in North Carolina, especially in the Research Triangle or Greensboro area, get you some Red Oak. Their distillery is in Burlington on your way to Elon, so check them out. I love Red Oak. So, yeah. So you're not from here, but. So I was asking Erick some questions because I am from Newport News. So, you know, my daddy.
Exactly.
I know. It's gonna be some people. It's way too many. It's way too many 757 people that's gonna be in my comments. And so y'all know I'm gonna give y'all his handle. Y'all make sure you tell him keep that same energy when y'all slide into the comments. He just trying to play. He's just trying to play my stuff.
Y'all from Newport News? Y'all know y'all.
Anybody claiming that?
Nobody claiming that.
Anyway, so
I'm from the news.
You claiming RVA right now?
From the news.
No, I don't. I don't claim Richmond. I just lived there since 2011. It's just I'm a transplant, but I know Newport News. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Newport News ain't the same. Newport News, like I went to school at Heritage, which was in downtown Newport News. Off of Mercury near the J. Clyde intersection, it used to just be like a McDonald's and nothing. That stuff got a Starbucks now. Like I don't even recognize the area because that ain't
the come up though.
It is. And
come up,
it still ain't enough for me to move back, but
leave.
So you hear what she just said? It's not enough for her to move back.
Listen,
She's not claiming her own city.
I would move to Norfolk. Like if I do move back, I am thinking about moving. So it's up in the air. So I'm thinking about Arlington because with my industry.
Go on up there.
So with my industry, I'm doing a lot of work with small businesses, and there are tons of them in Northern Virginia. So
DMV.
I'm debating, and I really like Arlington. So I'm debating Arlington, and then there's an idea to move back here because the Tidewater area has just as many businesses and stuff, and we got military connections, so I can get military bids and contracts. And so I was thinking about that, but you know, my dad lives in Newport News, so I was like, I got to be some water separators. So I got to live across the water. And I asked Erick about, you know, where he was at, and he said, "What did you say? Something about the South Side or something." He said, and I was just
I
like,
said I live on the peninsula.
"Oh, the peninsula." And that's why I was like, you can tell you're a transplant, like the peninsula. Nobody says that. I was like, "Do you stay across the water or not?" Like I asked.
The water.
Exactly, and he didn't know what I meant. That's why I was like, "You see, don't tell nobody else you stay in the peninsula because they gonna know that you don't live here. Just say it's across the water, like."
But that's what you tell everybody. If you want to know where they hey, do you stay in West Virginia, which is Virginia Beach to us, because I'm not going over there. You know?
It's like a whole field trip.
Virginia Beach could be its own like its own county. Like they're people built differently. And mind you, I love Portia. I love you. So if you ever watch this, she's from my line sister is from Virginia Beach, and she's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
And she's in Atlanta right now. But I mean, no, Florida. She's in Florida.
You see where she's not at, right?
No, she thought about coming back. Don't do that.
About it. You see where she not at, right?
Same way you thinking about not coming back.
No, but I said that if I come back, I'm gonna stay across the water. But I'm just saying, you know, the Virginia Beach people are like built differently. They're more Caucasian population in that area,
right.
And so it ain't the same energy as living in like Norfolk, Newport News, or Hampton.
That's why everybody come over here.
And so, but it's crazy though. Back in the day, I was always over across the water because there was nothing here.
There's more to do with that.
Now, like everybody knows about the alley. I've never been to the alley.
Never been to the alley?
No, my daddy used to go to the alley. Like I can't see myself going to a club that my daddy went to.
They ain't never closed.
It's alley. Maybe one day. I don't want to run into the whole Newport News like
and
people.
You definitely
will.
Go for happy hour.
Listen, I don't. But that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to just come in, and I've been just trying to be like a chameleon.
Yeah. Too good for the alley.
It's not that I'm too good.
Okay.
You don't want to smell like
and I'm the bougie one. Because I'm from Northern Virginia.
They might got kiwi water.
Let me say something to you. There's nothing wrong with having standards, ladies. Okay, and men. There's nothing wrong with having standards. And my son's song for me is the Savage song. Because he'd be like, "Mommy, you a savage." Okay. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Even Blake know what's up. Okay, he's 6. He be matching my energy. Even Blake know what's up. There's nothing wrong with being bougie and having standards. And the alley is just not. I will go to Bar Louie's.
What? Nobody goes to Barlow.
Oh, what? Y'all, the Clover is a whole. The
who?
The Clover. No,
Clover?
I didn't say
Clover.
COVID. Clover is a
Clover?
drink. Why don't you go to Barlow and try it?
No. Is that Hennessy?
It's Makers.
No.
Maker's Mark.
No.
Yeah, it's Makers and something else. It's another brown. See, I only drink brown, so I drink whiskey.
Yeah, I was always drinking Hennessy, but still at the same
I
time.
mean,
So it's
drink.
different levels of Hennessy drinking.
It-
Like
no,
you
you're
have
right.
a regular Henny, people that just, all right, cool, you like that, you just like Hennessy. But then you have privilege and black and XO. Those are the type of Hennies that us bougie people drink. We drink.
I'm bougie because I don't drink none of that dark stuff.
Hey,
What are you drinking? White?
I'm clear.
Oh no!
Tequila.
See, if you know what I know,
Tequila,
tequila is why my son is here. First of all, I don't fool with tequila,
Oh,
and I don't fool with. I used to drink vodka. So back when I was back when I was at A&T, I drank Effin. Effin had just came out. It was 50 cents vodka,
okay.
and we used to mix it with
I'ma tell
Moscato.
you, we did 99 oranges. Good.
COVID.
Right.
COVID. Oh gosh. Last
So
time.
when I cough, when I laugh, I laugh. I can't. So when something is funny, I start coughing when I laugh. So that's how you know that I think something is funny. I want you to tell us about your business. Tell us. Well, it's not a business. I'm sorry. It's a foundation. So tell us about your foundation and what made you want to step away from the Department of Defense.
Well, I haven't stepped away.
I'm just saying you have a side. You have a side business.
But
I'm
of
just
course.
saying.
Yeah. So
defense.
what happened is during COVID, I had a friend who actually is a nurse at ER in the ER of Riverside Hospital in Newport News, and she was like, "Look, we can't get food in and out, whatever." So I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can help you out and bring some food to you." And when I thought about that, I said, "Well, I don't want to just bring her food because that might feel a little awkward for me to bring one person,
right.
And there's others that are in need as well." So I decided, let me see if I can bring more than just one, and asked her how many people were in her department. She said 50, and I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of people for me to be doing just out of homeless strength." But I decided, let me just do it, and I stepped out and asked some other individuals, did they mind helping out, and they, of course, just say, because of who I am, they said,
Yeah, they were behind it.
Look, whatever you need, we'll help.
Definitely dope idea.
I went on and delivered meals to the ER that day, and then after doing it, we made a little post just saying, what we did. And what happened was something that I didn't expect. Individuals kept saying, "Hey, look, let me donate this to you. Let me donate that to you." And it put me in a position where I was a little caught off guard because I didn't expect to do this more than once. It was just like,
it was just God put it on. God put it on
Exactly.
you to do that.
And-
So you had to manifest it. God already put it on you, so
and
you got to
that's
do
exactly
it.
what we did. So when he continued to bring in those donations, I prayed about it. I said, "Hey, look, God, is this what I need to be doing?" It came over me. Yeah, you need to continue. So with that decision, I decided, okay, look, if I'm going to continue and make this something more, I need to come up with a plan of how I want to go forward. And making this a nonprofit is what I thought would be the best solution, because I wasn't really providing like a tangible item to people. I wasn't really doing something that I'm building or making. So we came up with the idea to come up with the E1B Give Back, and that basically is us. We were delivering meals to individuals, first responders, and healthcare professionals, and we started with that.
And I think that is so dope, because I like to, when I think of healthcare providers, because I was in a hospital recently, I just think of those like angels, because they're helping people, especially during this COVID time. Like, they're putting their life at risk to
Every
make sure that
single
you're
time.
okay. And so I think that is really awesome, Eric.
Definitely.
Seriously, that you're doing that.
I mean, that's what we
about
felt.
the only compliment.
That's all.
That's it. Like, he get one from me a day. Like,
But that was really the premise of what we felt was, why we wanted to do what we're doing, because, you have these individuals who were working nonstop, especially in the beginning of COVID. They weren't able to see their families. They're telling their families to go, stay with somebody else because they don't want to potentially risk infecting them. And now they're at work consistently. A simple meal where they can gather with their coworkers and just say, "Hey,"
because people don't understand the importance of fellowshipping. Like, you need those conversations, because it kind of feeds you, especially like I recently went to Detroit, and like when I was at dinner, I felt like we had so much thought-provoking conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And even like when you think about it, when you work with people, you're around them like 80% of your life. Like seriously, like those coworkers are somewhat like a family. That's why you got, some people got like a work husband or a work wife or a mentor or people that they like. Everybody got people at work you just work with. Like you say hi and bye. Then you might have a friend that you would actually like invite outside of work to kick it with. Stuff like that. And so having those conversations, you get to hear different people's opinions, their mindset. And I don't know, I always thought that fellowshipping, like breaking bread is always.
Definitely. I mean, and that's basically kind of like part of what the organization is as well. Like all the individuals are pretty much like family,
Right.
Some I've gained friendship through time, some I gained friendship through work, some I just gained friendship through other entities, but we've all connected in some form or fashion, and that's what allowed us to come together. And like Karron, we've known each other for years. We used to do security together, and we just remain cool. Throughout the years, he went on deployments, went overseas, and we still remain cool. And like specifically for this individual situation, like he's always been supporting me, and I support him, in everything he does. So because of that, it made it such an easy conversation to say, hey, look, brother, would you be willing to help participate in this organization? Because he's already been one that wanted to do more.
Okay.
So he's already had that in him. He's already been somebody who's been out there doing philanthropy, out here trying to.
So how big is the foundation? Like how many people do you have currently?
We have six members.
Okay.
And crazy enough, we've done a lot with 6 members.
Right.
So you got 6 people just starting this. You started it this year.
April.
So you have 6 people. So you rolling.
Yeah, and like we just completed our inaugural 5K last weekend.
Yes, which I didn't attend, but I donated.
She did, and because of that, we got this special certificate that we're going to
look at
present
you,
with.
Eric. This is really nice.
Add another nice comment.
Okay,
Exactly.
this is really
2.
This is professional.
I got 2.
Oh, this is really. I remember seeing the shirt. I didn't even look down and see he gave me a certificate. I just thought the shirt was like I appreciated the shirt. I thought that was sweet.
2 comments.
But that's really nice.
Yeah,
look at Eric. Being professional.
Right.
That is very
As I
nice.
am.
I appreciate that.
If you know one thing about me, you gonna know I'm professional.
So if I ever have him on the podcast again, I will make sure that I have on time. Because seriously, I'm really professional too. So for the most part, I'm very timely. My mom was in the military. My dad, police officer. Like I've always been timely.
We hear that,
All right.
but we started 30 minutes late.
All right.
It wasn't 30 minutes. It was 28.
Okay.
Words mean things.
Okay, you're correct. 28. We round up to 30.
No, it's not no round up. It was 27 or 28 minutes because I looked at the clock and I was like, Kirby, we've got to wrap up. Like they're here, and then when
really
he
didn't
was
get started to like.
We started like 1:15.
That's a whole lie. You're lying.
I'm just saying you had to change the dead
Change cameras and
dim the lights.
Turn
some
out.
more.
Listen, I had to set the
Change
ambiance. So that
clothes.
I had to set the ambiance. Okay, I had to go. You wanted me to support your little foundation?
Not low.
Little.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do that. You
Little
wanted me to
foundation.
support the foundation. I said I was like, let me put this shirt
You can't put
on.
little in
disrespectful.
front of the foundation.
No,
like,
you
we
always got to bring somebody down. You got to throw little in front of it, like, oh, your little outfit, your
Just
little
'cause you
haircut.
little, right?
Yeah, you got to
It's
throw
that-
little on it, so it just brings. You got to humble some people.
It's
Ain't
the,
no
and it's the
humbling.
hand movement.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
ain't got to
it's
humble
good.
us.
No, I got to humble you. He's good. He's good. He went to A&T. He's
I'm
good.
just saying.
man.
We talking about you, and he a Leo. He's good. Okay, good.
See,
You on the other hand.
nah, man, he's straight. You can't.
I forgot what your sign is. It was
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Yeah, he's my sister. That's why we bump heads. Because Kanisha is an Aquarius. Her birthday is February 9th. And me and her are the same person. That's why we the same person. It's like talking to somebody in the mirror. Y'all don't have that? Y'all, like, you don't be having to check Eric. What?
Normally we on the same wavelength. normally we on the
Y'all
same
see his
wavelength.
face. He is mad.
Check them like that. You try to
Look, first and foremost,
men don't even do that.
We don't even. Yeah, I think it's a female thing.
Right, you gotta
No,
check
what
it,
you mean?
Yeah, that whole
We don't have
checking
to
and
check each
everything.
other.
Well,
like
my
that.
whole thing is,
We
well,
talk about stuff.
I be having to check dudes. Like that day, I had to check you because first of all, we were having a conversation. He started getting closer, and I was like, COVID. Like, where's my space? You done popped up in my face like COVID. COVID, back up.
And we are literally
So.
2 inches away from each other.
And that's why I entertain him. That's why I was like, all right, with this mask, that's real cute. Like, whatever. I do take COVID very seriously. I've known some people that have gotten it. I've known some people, like not anybody I know directly has passed away from it, but I have some family and friends that have. So I do take the necessary precautions. But here in the studio, you just have to have it on in the common areas. I mean, y'all don't look like y'all sick. Y'all not giving me.
I just got a test.
Y'all not giving me flu-like symptoms, and so and I would hope that if you knew you weren't feeling well, that you wouldn't be around me. So, but to be honest with you, I was sick earlier, like so last January. I was really sick. No, last January, and I had traveled.
The Homer Simpson.
Right, like,
last year I had either just got back. So I had just got back from Thailand or Vietnam, and I got really sick.
That's why.
That's where you got it from.
No. But that's why I think that I got COVID a long time ago. Like I had bronchitis. Like I couldn't even talk. I had bronchitis. I was sick as a dog. Like sick to the point where like it had been going on for so long that they were going to do like a respiratory thing on me if it didn't clear up. Like I had like it was getting crazy. And so,
try to get it up out of here.
Yeah, you got to go.
You got that thing.
You came from over there.
and check it. I was in China for a day, and I actually left and walked around. I was in Shanghai because I was like, when is my layover was in China?
What is the name of that movie? That I can't even think about it right now. The name of the movie, they said this is exactly how COVID started. And it started over there.
I know what you're talking about too. It wasn't Outbreak. It was
Pandemic. Oh no, the Outbreak was just like.
That was just that monkey thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, the birds. No, was it monkeys? No, I don't know. That had so many. Listen, Netflix been giving you jewels for years,
right.
And because I was thinking about Black Mirror. Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
Mm-mm.
Black Mirror is like when you watch it, the stuff is happening now, but it's just like it looks futuristic, but it's not. So like one of the episodes, for example, is this girl who has a thing on top of her. And it tells you if she has likes, if people don't like her. Like, it's walking, kind of like when you can read somebody's energy and you know if they nasty or if you get their vibe. Mm-hmm. But it's virtual.
So
it's
like a walking emoji on top of
it's like a walking social media. Like, walking social media. And so, like, you have to be nice to people. So, like, if she didn't tip the car person who she was in a taxi with, or she didn't tip the barista, she got points deducted. And it affected you from, like, renting cars. And, like, it was crazy. Like, your status, it reminded me, because y'all know that's going on right now. I think it's, like, it's in China, I think. They have some type of class system now where, like, they don't have to, like, rent to you, or you can't leave the country. Like, all these different stipulations based on your social media.
Because
it's a communist. They can do whatever they want to do. It's communist. Like,
it's racist.
So, Eric, you were inspired, God spoke that on your heart to help and to start this foundation. Since you're so new to this, because this is something that literally that you started during COVID, like, what's the best advice to give somebody who's working a 9-to-5, or they're in their career, or they're at McDonald's working? What kind of inspiring word would you give somebody who has an idea or doesn't understand, like, instead of working at that McDonald's, you could open up your own burger place or your own hot dog place or whatever may have you, and start off small and do a food truck or a cart? Mm-hmm. What's the best advice that you would give them?
So first and foremost, I would say, they need to figure out what they really enjoy doing. Mm-hmm. Because if you really enjoy something, that's probably what you'll have no problem putting that effort into, because I didn't realize that I actually enjoyed providing service to others until recently. Like, it came to me, but like, I used to volunteer giving away supplies, and the thing about it is I don't have any kids, so I used to volunteer.
Look at that, y'all, a little chubby bachelor. He ain't got no kids, y'all. He ain't got no kids. You don't meet so many men in their 30s that don't have kids. Y'all better. That's an eligible bachelor if I don't say so myself. And he got a foundation.
And actually, I'm 40.
Oh.
I am funny.
I told
And I
y'all.
look
Was the
good.
camera on when we were just talking about how 40 was the new 20?
Yeah, it was.
But again, like really, I feel like going out there and deciding what you really like to do and enjoy as an individual is key. Because if you are trying to find a niche that you feel is going to be your thing, you have to really enjoy doing it. And most times it takes a long time before we actually find it. Because you're trying different things, and you don't really like this or you don't really like that, and then one day you realize, man, I really enjoy doing this, and maybe you've been doing it all along, but you just didn't realize it. So I think that's kind of how this came to me, because I've done a lot of good things for others, and I've been in a position to help, but I didn't realize that this was what I should be doing, because maybe I was younger and maybe I didn't.
Your mindset evolves. I mean, you're not. You said you're 40, so you're not the same Eric that you were when you were 20. But the problem is, see, you've evolved as a man. Some people always are stuck in that mindset because they just never progress. Like, they just get stuck. It's an endless loop. You get stuck in an endless loop of doing the same thing.
It's all about the people that you surround yourself with, too. Like, if you surround yourself with like-minded people that wants to see you do better, that's always thinking about the next move or where you're going to be at 5 years from now, or just it's like a subconscious thing that they just putting in your head and putting in your psyche, and then you just run with it for real, and then one day it just click. Like, man.
Truth be told, that's the reason why you have the people around you that you do, because if you have positive influences, they're gonna push you to do what you need to do to be a better individual. I was going to school. I had friends around me. I graduated, and my graduation was in D.C. He was there. I had a lot of other friends that attended, but these are the people that are close to me, and because of that, you go further on down the line, and here it is now. We're in another stage, and now we're
those are the people
doing positive things.
But people don't understand that. Like, LeBron is the blueprint of that. So if you think about LeBron and his struggle story, he grew up in Akron, the mean streets of Akron, and
but
he didn't took everybody with him. His whole crew. You got one of them. I don't even know his name, but he's like a Asian. And they've been hating on him so much because he didn't go to school.
Exactly.
They didn't try to change the rules so that he can't have clients.
Yeah, which is crazy, because he figured out a way
around the system. Oh, you mean not having to go down the path that they tell you? You mean having a cheat code and going around everybody? That's why, I had one of my best friends I grew up in my childhood.
Rich Paul.
Oh, that's yes. Thank you. So I grew up with, she didn't go to school, and so she kind of felt discouraged to start a business. And I'm like, girl, you understand that it's people with 4-year masters.
She saved all kinds of bread.
And not even that, but you can't teach common sense. You can't teach
too.
common sense and street knowledge. Like, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
And she has that. So I'm just like, girl, all you need is a little bit of money to start up, and you can do this. Like, I know so many people, I say this all the time, and I've been saying, who did not go to school, they did trade school, or they went into business for themselves right out of high school.
I mean, that's what I'm telling my kids now. Like, you don't. I'm not pushing college on you. College is. If you want to go that route and you want to be in part of corporate America and you want to work for somebody and this, that, and the third, go ahead and do all that.
It's not even that. I've been pushing A&T on my son because he ain't got to go to A&T, but he got to go to HBC because I want him to have fun. Like, you're never going to be around a mecca of black people.
You're right.
And just that are like-minded.
You're right.
Like I know you knew a whole bunch of people that been on that Erykah Badu stuff before Erykah Badu was, before you even heard about Erykah Badu or Jill Scott and them. Like, and so you need, like, that fun time because that was the only time. Like, I did it where I went to an HBCU undergrad, and then to balance out my resume, I went to a PWI because you gotta diversify. You gotta look like you move and shake in different corners. Right. And I tell people all the time who went to a PWI undergrad, go for your masters. Like, go for your masters so you can have a homecoming or conversation. Those are talking points. Like, people don't understand that. Like,
fraternity to sorority. Like, you can do grad chapters.
And exactly. Well, like, I'll say this because I am a member of a sorority. Grad chapter ain't the same.
It's not.
It
it's
ain't.
The business.
Oh no, I ain't.
But guess what? They still claiming.
That's true. But I'll tell you this because we just had some girls that we brought in. They lucked out where there were another, like, a set of girls that were around the same age. So they got that whole line sister just hanging out.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. In undergrad, you ain't got no job. Like, you ain't got no real job. So you running over there, get your hair done, talking, boyfriend drama or whatever. Like, you're just having those conversations and you're building relationships, going on trips together. You ain't gonna do that when y'all got a real job. Some people got babies, husbands, taking care of their mamas. They got a crazy job. Like, you don't have time.
Yeah, college was definitely fun. Like, you find you kind of, that's where you start finding out who people are and how you can actually deal with certain situations, and it carries along with you through when you get older in life.
But back to HBCU. So like, I've been brainwashing my son. Like, I got him now that where he be like, "Go Aggies, hey." Like, I didn't, every time I go to homecoming, I make sure I buy him a shirt.
So you gonna take him to homecoming? You gotta take him to homecoming.
I'm trying to wait because he's 6. So I feel like not next year because 2021 homecoming gonna be lit because we ain't had no G-Ho this year. So
if they have it,
they gonna have it.
If they have
gonna
it,
have it.
It's still, man. I don't know.
I don't even know how.
If A&T, let me say this in the mic because I can hear myself. If A&T has a homecoming in 2021. Wendy with an I will be in attendance
because nobody was able to come this year.
I think they've already set the date for it. So I need to go ahead and book my little Airbnb right now because
it's already probably sold out.
I don't know. I can look it up real quick. But they're doing normally. So the homecoming was supposed to be Halloween. They will release the 2021 dates on homecoming, and so I will go into Airbnb and book my room because I already have a spot that hopefully it's not booked.
I promise you, if they saying they're gonna
have one, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be retarded.
But it's not even A&T. Howard's gonna be like
everybody because
it's been like
we missed the whole
year.
Plus, you just miss all the other things that come with being in school or affiliated with the school. So.
Yeah, because I'm in an alumni chapter in Richmond, and we meet up for drinks at a sports lounge to watch the games. Like we haven't even done anything because there's been no, I think that they've played, but it's been no fans.
Yeah.
And so it's not. I mean, it's kind of different. It's like a different vibe.
How would you even have the homecoming without a homecoming game? Like you can't go to the game.
And they playing with them PWI schools now, so it's not even.
They're
in a different conference now. Yes, A&T done left the MEAC. They said, "What? We gonna follow Hampton footsteps, honey. We finna get this money." What?
That's what it's about.
What?
But they definitely stepped up though. They all their teams has definitely been good. But they always been good.
I was just about to say that A&T has always been good.
Not the MEAC. Did they win the MEAC?
Yeah. So not
for basketball.
I don't think it was last year, but it was like the year before. Because I've seen it like all the time. Like I remember A&T playing in the NAACP, and that's NAACP.
Oh my God.
NCAA.
NAACP.
Hey, we got you.
Really?
We got you.
As soon as it rolled out of my mouth, I was like, yeah, that wasn't right. No,
it's okay.
NAACP. But you see where my mind is.
Oh my God.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Black all the time.
All the time.
But the NCAA. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, so they made it into the conference, and I knew that they weren't going to win because you're always playing like a Division 1A school. So I forgot who they played, but it's not about that. It's about this black school is getting shine, and you're seeing black players. Because I remember, my ex once said, this is before it became popular, and having top premier athletes go to an HBCU to draw in those people because they're going to come see them play because they're going to come see them play anywhere that they play.
But now all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but now that everything is going the way it was, it's the whole racist thing and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of the top premier high school students that are black are not trying to get to Duke or Chapel Hill. They're trying to go to HBCUs.
The young man, he's going to Howard now. I forget his name.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
Yeah, he's like a top prospect, and he's going to Howard. So that's a big deal because he was like the number one top prospect to come into, it would have been this season, and he's going to Howard. So if you continue to have the young, African American males who are these top prospects start going to the HBCUs, that's going to definitely bring a lot more notoriety to the school. Not that they don't need it, because amongst us, we know, this school, if we in this corridor, Hampton is one of the schools. Norfolk State, one of the schools.
And no shade to Norfolk State and Hampton, but let me tell you something. When you go to school, you a hater, so you're not gonna feel my energy, but he gonna feel it because he went to HBCU. I went to downtown Newport News Heritage. where the band director was like from HU. My school teacher, she did the flag, and she went to HU. Like, she did flag at HU. So literally, Heritage Marching Band was like a mini HU. I remember going there for for college day, and I remember looking at them norms like, bro, I'm not paying for this private school money for them to be having bugs and stuff. Because no shade, like their school is older and they're private. And people don't understand when a school is private. They really need.
know about those dorms.
You said you know about the dorms?
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, you know, didn't I tell you chubby? I said chubby dudes be out here winning. Listen,
Right
child.
there on that water too. Body heat. With that window open.
The chubby dudes been out here winning. I'm trying to tell you, that's why they be looking like, all right, skinny dudes, y'all can have that because I'm good. Like, your girl's still in my DMs. Like, you don't even know. Listen.
I ain't said it. Wendy would have not said it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
We don't want no problem.
I'm just saying, you and I, these are the facts. Okay, these are the facts. Y'all done seen Insecure with the little chubby comedian. Okay, little fat dudes be out here winning, honey. Okay, with all that belly and body. And like I said before, they know all the good food places.
I don't know nothing about what she's saying. I'm just
they know
all
all the good food places. You gonna eat good, and they gonna make sure you warm. Come on, and it's cold outside.
I'm good for you.
What you cooking?
What you want?
Nah, like, are you like one of those people who are you like, okay, so are you bougie like me who has meal service, so you get the meals delivered and you just like
no,
or are you out here buying the ingredients?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't go to the supermarket anymore. I just do I'll do Instacart. I ain't going to the supermarket.
It depends on how.
I don't have time for all that.
If I'm
listen
to the HBCU community, we grew up on going to getting noodles and making noodles. Delicacy.
Bob from Instacart delivers my groceries to my door, and he'll text me and let me know. I don't know his. I just said Bob because you know it's one of them nice little proper names, Bob and John. Listen, they go and get my groceries and deliver them, and I pay that little delivery fee, whatever. I don't have time for that. I be having stuff to do, and going to the grocery store gives me anxiety. Like
that's the foundation of you get to mess with.
I understand. You're saying under the circumstances.
Yeah, like I just feel like
not previous.
And no shade, like I am bougie, and I already said that. But like when I was in the hospital, I got so accustomed to like me not having to do anything but take a shower. Like they did my laundry, they folded it, they cooked.
Hospital, 2 years? What
kind of?
Wait, what is this?
You really
what hospital
sick?
you
was
at?
About to die.
I was not. I was in the hospital for a week. It was out of Richmond. I'm not going to say their name because, like I said, I'm not going to get sued. But I was at a hospital in Richmond for a week, and it was like Class A service. Like at that point, I was just there for the food and entertainment. Like people knew I wasn't supposed to be there, and so I was just eating. I'm talking about. I was ordering. The food was so good. The food was so good. I had to ask the workers, like, yo, I noticed somebody black making the food, and they was like, it is. Like I could tell. Like the food was seasoned. It was the first time I had a black bean burger. Oh my god, it changed my life. Like,
so it wasn't a Boca. It wasn't that Boca.
No, I don't know. This that food service stuff. Like, you know, coming like the stuff they eat at restaurants. Like, and it was to the point where you filled out, like, you know, they gave you your little form and you filled it out every day. And I was circling like 2 meals. Cause I was just shooting my shot at that point. Like, I wanted to try this and I wanted to try a little bit of that. Like, and they was serving it, and I was like. So anyway, so I got so accustomed. I got so accustomed to being spoiled where like the way I thought about it was like this. I suffer from anxiety, which most people do and they don't realize it. And I figure if it's something that I don't have to think about and won't give me anxiety, why not just pay? Like I thought about my son's school supplies one year.
You paid for convenience.
And I went on Target and they had the button where you just had to pick the school and it already magically generated everything in your cart. Mm-hmm. Why would I not do that? Why do I want to walk around and be around a whole bunch of little kids running around me and just giving me anxiety if I can just go click the button and it's everything in the bag and all I gotta do is walk in the store and buy it?
I mean, I get it. Some people though like to actually go out. And
I do go out, but it's the like fun stuff, like groceries.
Bro, that's fun, man. I mean, your son 6. You say your son 6, man. They had you seen they nowadays they got the little
buggies.
They got the little buggies that said the learning how to shop thing.
Oh,
they had their own little buggy.
The little mark. I forgot what it's called, the M&M or something. I forgot what it's called, but yeah,
they got their own little buggy. I say, hey man, go through there.
I take Blake to that. So my son's name is Blake, and so I used to have a Children's Museum membership, and I would just take him there like on Saturdays and it was raining or something. Mm-hmm. So he'd run around there instead of sitting in the house because now he got like a Nintendo Switch where he thinks that he can take that everywhere. Just like today before I dropped him off at school, he was like, why can't I have it? Boy, we live around the corner and we're going to carpool. Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you can get it out your mind. And they done already told him where he goes to school after that he can't have any more devices. And he was like, it's because it's not the summer.
Did he make that noise?
No, I did that.
I'm about to say that is bougie.
But
he's 6.
But my son,
bougie.
but he's a reflection of. He reminds me of my mother, and I am my mother, and so I literally feel like I be talking to myself sometimes. Like he's a Virgo moon, so he questions everything.
A Virgo moon.
Yeah, so he's a Cancer. He's a Cancer son. So his birthday's the day before my mom, and they're literally the same person.
I don't know what you talking about.
Right.
Oh, y'all know what a moon is?
Virgo moon.
Okay, so
Sailor
you know,
moon,
so you know your
moon,
son. Okay, so I don't have time to look it up, but when we get off camera, I'll tell you. Well, I might be able to tell it because if you know do you know exactly what time you were born?
6:42
Okay, hold on.
p.m.
3.
Hold on. See, y'all got. I was about to say, if not, we might have to pause. And you might have to call your mom.
I was born like 3:31.
So let me see, zodiac houses chart. So you know you have a chart. So just for real quick, since I'm having to look this up and to kill time. So my chart is Leo, Pisces, Scorpio. So your sun sign is based on your day, the day you were born. So I was born August 11th, so that makes me a Leo. He's the 15th, so that makes him a Leo. You are something in February.
Aquarius.
I know, something in February.
First.
Oh, February 1st. He's an Aquarius. And so then that's your sun sign based on the day you were born. Then you have your moon. Your moon is really what you resonate, like that's what you exude. That's based on the time of day and the place. That snapshot is what defines you as your next sign, which is mine is Pisces. And anybody who knows Pisces, they know that they're like very caring, care about your feelings and emotions, very helpful.
Care about mine.
They can be buttholes if they need to be. A lot of Pisces, I know my favorite Pisces is Whitney, and then there's my Kia, but they're February and March Pisces, so they're different. But Pisces are like that. But then your rising sign is what you exude. So when people walk up to me, they think I'm a Scorpio. So obviously I give a-hole vibes, like don't talk to me. Because the Scorpios that I know, because my dad's a Scorpio, they just have that straight face, like
Resting bitch
yeah,
face.
resting bitch face. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that because I wasn't trying to curse.
Right,
but
my bad.
yeah.
We got it, but you definitely have that.
No, I don't. How dare you?
That's one for Eric. I think y'all about neck and neck right now. Y'all about 2 and 2.
She been frying me.
What about me gives you rest? Like, why do I get that label?
That face right there.
The face that you got.
Right there.
I'm one of those people, and I've had to work on this when being at work in front of Caucasian people, because they can read. Like, I won't even say nothing, but you can read my energy off my face. Like, if you don't get out my face, like
see?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just like, if you don't get out. But that's a black girl thing. Like, y'all seen Kamala, the way she was looking at that debate that time. She was like,
she ready to kill.
And that's a regular black girl face. Like, y'all know what it is.
She wasn't trying to hear that mess that Komishaw was trying to say.
What? That's not his name.
Her. I'm talking about when she was frying the lady, the judge.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I saw a soundbite. I was talking about Pence when he had that flower on his head.
That thing got stuck in that jail.
So, okay. Well, since you're a Leo and you are a lion, I'll let you go first. So, when is your birthday?
August 15th.
Okay, and then what year?
You have to.
Oh, see, he finally did.
She been trying to get that date from you.
I've been trying to get that date. So August 15th at what time?
6:42ish.
In the morning or evening?
PM, yeah.
6:42.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so most dudes, I say, if you don't know the time, ask your mama, because mamas know what time they had the kids. Like, I had Blake at 7:43 in the morning. Like, that's, I'm always going to know his time of his birth. Because I think on the Virginia birth certificates, there's no time.
No?
There's no time on it. And then what place?
Queens, New York.
Oh, New York. Okay. So you ain't really...
Yes, I am.
You ain't really in North Carolina. You one of them transplants from New York.
You can say the same thing. Same boss.
I don't know why that's not coming up.
Put Jamaica, New York.
I don't even feel like I spelled that right.
There you go.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what your chart is. Oh, you have a dope chart.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into detail about your whole chart because you have different houses. I ain't trying to scare the people with all the astrological information. But so your sun is Leo, which you already knew, and your moon is Aries, so you're very fiery. those are fire signs.
Right.
And then your Virgo is, so when people meet you, they think you're a Virgo. Just like I said, Virgos, they ask questions. They don't take nothing at face value.
Right.
Like I had a homeboy that I've known forever, and like that's how he is. Like if you tell him the sky is blue, he gonna want to know why. Like what makes the sky blue? You just don't believe something because they tell you. You're always gonna go and get the information for yourself. So you have a really good chart though. Like your chart is very, very fiery. You got your Uranus and Neptune is Sagittarius.
What does that mean?
It's just a lot. Like you have to look it up. It's a lot of information. I'm not even gonna go there.
Right.
But have you heard of Mercury retrograde?
No.
Okay, so look up that because that's currently what we're in right now. We're in Mercury retrograde. So if you got some people that ain't very friendly right now, or you ain't heard from them in a couple of days,
right.
It's probably because they're going through like Mercury retrograde. So think about the astrological and how the planets all play a design in that. You think about the stars, the Big Dipper.
Well, my Mercury said Virgo, so I don't know what that means.
Oh, your Mercury is your rising.
Okay.
And so that's what so your rising is what people think when they see you. And so that's Virgo. Your moon is Aries, which is kind of similar. So you have Leos and Aries. You're just fiery.
Right.
I don't know if you know a lot of Aries. I know a whole bunch of them. I attract Aries. You don't even realize it, but you attract people that are fire signs. Like a lot of people have really good relationships with our Sagittarius and with our Aries because we're fire signs. So,
Gotcha.
But yeah, you have a really cool chart. So if you ever, like, these are your different houses, like they're numbered. Like you can look this up yourself, and it really does, like, hold true. All right, now we'll do Erick
With a K.
Yeah, with a K. Erick with a K.
That's correct.
You said February 1st.
February 1st,
What?
1980.
Oh, look at you. You was almost in the 70s.
Almost in the 70s.
Yes.
He made it just by 2 months. What's the time of day?
3:33
In the morning or evening?
a.m.
3:33. I wonder if you should look up 3:33 if you see what it means.
What you mean?
Like looking up what the name means. Like that there's numbers. They mean things.
Okay. Well,
So the fact that it's 3 of them, it's something to look up. But anyway.
Okay.
All right. Where's the location?
Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
You want to know something fun? I
What?
lived in Fort Campbell.
What?
I had my first boyfriend in Fort Campbell. I was in.
You had a lot of boyfriends.
What? That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. You said
My
boy.
ex, my boyfriend.
I was Deontay. His name is Deontay. I think it's Deontay Sawyer. I can't remember. He's an alpha now, I think. So follow him on Facebook. But he was my first boyfriend. Like we go to a dance, and he bought me like a gift. I remember he bought me a bracelet, like a diamond bracelet, which was really big when you're like 12.
12.
Yeah, so I was there until
you was 12.
I was there until 6th grade.
At 12.
I mean, it's the when you date, you like somebody, you write on a paper. Anyway, Erick old. He's old. Y'all remember that? Okay, for all my real 80s babies, you remember writing a letter in class. Do you like me?
Yes,
Don't.
no,
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on now. I didn't. My dad is a police officer. I didn't date until I was 16. Okay, don't you give a gift to a girl? Listen, Valentine's Days, everything. I always got a whole bunch of gifts. Okay, because I had that. Meg said, I've been that. Okay. Yo, what? Y'all better ask about. Anyway, I lived in Fort Campbell, though. So I lived in Fort Campbell, Kentucky from 3rd grade. After we left Fort Polk.
So you a transplant too?
Mm-hmm.
No, but see, my dad. No, but I've lived everywhere. But see, I was born in Fort Irwin, so I was born in California. But I've lived in so many places.
From Newport?
My daddy is from Hampton, and I went to high school here.
Transplant.
It don't matter. It's where my daddy from. Anyway.
So basically, what you're trying to say is my mom from New York, so I'm a New Yorker.
No, where's your dad from?
I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, you're from New York then.
Well, I mean, technically, I am because I was born in Fort Campbell, but my mom took me to New York 2 weeks after I was born.
So anyway, I was about to leave out, and at the close of my show, I like to give an opportunity for the guests to kind of do any type of plugs. We need your what do they call it? Not your socials, your handles for Instagram, so that they can follow you and get more information about your foundation. And you know what? We didn't even get to talk about the benefits of a foundation, and so that'll just be more of a reason for me to have to talk to you again so we can talk about foundations.
Yeah, because I did ask a question.
I did, but at this point we're at an hour. We're a little bit over an hour, and I'm just trying to, well, that's a whole nother podcast talking about the benefits of a foundation. But just a little tidbit, like, you as a foundation, you can take a salary. All right, so I'll let you, do your thing, Erick with a K. So go ahead and shout them out at the end and give us some information. Well, we got to hurry up because I'm only on 4%.
Definitely, the E1B, well, let me do this. Our Instagram page is THE_EANDB_giveback_foundation. Please go there. We have information up there of just what we've been doing, some of the events that we've had. Going forward, November 7th, we will actually be conducting a food drive where we'll be at a specific location. Location is
2208 Executive Drive.
Here we go. So
it said 2208 Executive Drive.
And
I'll have all this information in the comments. So don't try to like follow Erick. I'll have the information.
But definitely, we want to do that. It's a food drive. We're collecting canned goods.
Bring your canned goods.
Box goods. Just drop it off between 11 and 3. That Saturday. We appreciate anything that you donate.
And it's in Newport News. And if you can't make it, guess what? You can still take donations.
Definitely.
And so if you go to his page,
the webpage, the E1B,
you can still donate, because you don't always have to go somewhere and be present to actually support. Because I didn't go to his 5K because I was out of town, but I still sent money. So
definitely did.
And those, if you have your business, those are donations. You can write them off. Come on, so you can support tax write-offs. So without further ado, I really appreciate you guys coming. This is a lot of fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. And thank you for my certificate and my shirt. I appreciate it. So this will be coming out my first week because I got to make sure that I get this information plugged in before the event. So we will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me, Wendy with an I podcast. Subscribe to
Wendy with an I.
Yes, subscribe if you like this podcast, and drop some comments, drop some information in the comments if you have some something that you want me to talk about for future episodes. Drop it in here, and I will take that into consideration when I'm taping season 2. So thank you again for hanging out with me for this hour and something, because I still got to do edits. But anyway, thank you so much, and y'all enjoy your week.
Thank you.
Let me guess, you try and stack a few dollars. You ain't trying to blow it all. You need financial knowledge. Need some tips on your taxes, so the IRS ain't bending you backwards. Well, you're in luck. You tuned into the master, Wendy Consultant.